and happy Pride Month! Yay! So yeah, it's Pride Month in June, which is why I decided to make this video and talk about something I wanted to talk about for quite a long time, but never actually had the courage to do. Because I think it's a rather controversial topic, therefore it has the potential for hurt feelings, misunderstandings, and quite a shitstorm. Which is also why I rewrote this script about 1,000,000 times. So hear me out. So, before I voice my opinion on sexuality, I just want to put out a disclaimer that that is really all this is. My personal opinion. I do not in any way mean to tell you how you should feel, and obviously I also do not mean to offend anyone. And if I do in any possible way, then please let me know so I can learn from it. Thank you. Also, if you want to have a deeper or more personal discussion about this, then please feel free to message me on Tumblr or Goodreads, the links to which will be down below. Okay, let's get started. Okay, if you'd ask me about my sexuality, I'd probably say I'm bi or maybe even pan if I think you know what that means. And it's okay. I'm okay with those labels. They work more or less. However, I'm actually happiest without any sexuality label at all. And if I say I'm bi, it's mostly just to avoid the complicated discussion that will probably follow the statement, I do not believe in sexuality. But today I want to have that exact discussion. Don't get me wrong. Of course I know that sexuality is an actual thing. I just feel like love sometimes forgets that. So yes, I'm aware that people identify with a certain sexuality, and I'm very happy for everyone who can be confident with this label. That is wonderful for you. Of course, I'm also very proud of everyone who comes out as a part of the LGBTQ+ community that is still so shockingly unaccepted in our society, and I'm sorry for everything you have to go through. I really am. So yes, I do respect every label someone gives themselves, because it's their life and their decision, and I'm in no position to tell them not to identify as that. I just don't understand why we are labeling and thereby limiting ourselves in the first place. Especially with something as important as love. For centuries now, people tried to define love and either failed completely or had dozens of alternative definitions to their first one. So now, all of a sudden, we should define our own love with one single word? May well be that this word fits for most of our lives, or even our whole life, and that's great. But what if it doesn't? What if you're identified as straight for like 30 years, and then you meet this woman or man, and all you realize is how your heart is beating faster than ever, and you just can't think straight? Quite literally. And if that person feels the same way for you, would you just let the love of your life walk away because, oh no, I'm straight? Same works the other way around. Imagine identifying as gay and having gay relationships with partners from the same sex and really loving them, but then you meet someone from the other gender and it's love. That doesn't mean that you didn't really love the other people or that your sexuality or character changed all of a sudden. It just means you found the right one. And in my opinion, when you meet the right one, it doesn't matter what gender they are or whom you've been with before. All that matters is that you're happy and in love. And maybe, just maybe, that is also the problem for so many teens or people in general trying to find out who they are, trying to find their place in this world. Because if you wouldn't have to identify with a certain sexuality in the first place, being attracted to someone unexpectedly wouldn't be that hard to deal with. If teens wouldn't have all the stereotypes and stories about certain sexualities, they wouldn't start worrying about how they fit into these categories the second they start crushing on someone. If crushing on someone from the same gender would just be that and not the first sign of being gay, those people wouldn't start panicking about this new identity. Because yes, it can be frightening to think you're this whole new person. especially if you have these categories and stereotypes of certain sexualities, and start worrying about how you'd have to behave or feel to fit in and to belong to these categories. So yeah, stereotypes are obviously a problem as well. Well, that's a whole new story. For now, just let me say again that I don't mean to offend anyone, and I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences with this, either in the comments down below or if you feel more comfortable with it in a private message. Also, if you are currently in the position where you're trying to find out who you are or whom you love, then please don't put yourself under too much pressure. It is your love and you decide what it means. I hope you always have a reason to smile, and I shall see you next week. Bye!